It is time for war. 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 Bears, Packers, this Sunday, Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I never look forward to this game. Truly, honestly. I never do. Never. You know, there was a movie from the 90s starring Bill Murray. You may have heard of him. Famous guy. Was on SNL. And it's called Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. And this is a great movie. Truly, a great movie. It's on the National Film Registry. Great movie. Such a great movie that it's even become part of the lexicon. It's a Groundhog Day type thing. And in the movie, Bill Murray, playing weatherman Phil Connors, keeps reliving the same day over and over and over and over and over again in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And for me as a Bears fan, that's what Bears-Packers has been for much of my life, has been Groundhog Day. Over and 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 over again. I get excited. The Bears play the Packers, and usually it comes down to the end and the Bears lose in some backbreaking fashion. A couple times they get just the brakes beaten off of them, but for the most part, it's just a backbreaking loss. And Packers fans get all high and mighty, and they get very, very confident and cocky about this stuff. And I can understand that. When you've been watching, you beat your top rival for your entire life, I get that. And it is the Packers' top rival, by the way. Never, ever, ever let some Vikings or Lions fans say, oh, well, in recent times, we've been better against the Packers. Doesn't matter. No. This is history. This is blood feuds. Blood feuds. There is no rivalry in the National Football League like Bears-Packers. This is the closest thing the NFL has to a college rivalry. It breaks families apart. It is war. And this Sunday is going to be war. Now, obviously, the Bears had a gigantic win against the Eagles last week. Gigantic. However, this is a whole new ball game. Jordan Love is playing pretty well. You can't deny that. He looked amazing on Thanksgiving. Caleb Williams played okay. He didn't have an amazing game after Thanksgiving. I believe the Packers right now are 6.5-point favorites against the Bears, which seems a little bit long, not going to lie. What this game is going to come down to is, can the Bears make turnovers, number one? Can they run the ball, number two? And can Caleb Williams get things moving in the passing game? What could help him is that the Packers might sell out to stop the run, and that could really help Caleb Williams in the passing game. We'll see. The weather's not supposed to be amazing. That is not great. We'll find out on that one. What also could make a difference is this where Jordan Love has his stinker? What do I mean by that? Jordan Love is the master at having a couple of games where you think, oh man, he's a world beater. He's awesome. He could be an MVP candidate. He has a couple games like that, brings up your evaluation of him like that. And then he drops a real stinker on you. A real stinker. And it looks bad. Now, he is due for the stinker now. This is a stinker spot for Jordan Love. There's no question about that. But I truly believe this will be a war on Sunday. It'll be a hard-fought battle on both sides, which does give me a little bit of confidence, only because everything I hear from Packers fans, I feel like they are still very cocky. Very cocky. They're like, oh, you beat the Eagles? You won all these one-score games? Pfft, we'll beat the brakes off of you. Well, first of all, this is the National Football League. Of course you're going to win a lot of one-score games. There's a reason why if you're a 7-point favorite, that's a pretty heavy favorite in this league. Well, in college football, that's not really that heavy of a favorite. There's a reason for that. because these teams are relatively even though, you know, the very best team, the very worst team are pretty big separation. For the most part, good teams and bad teams will play close games because guess what? The talent level isn't that crazy different. So that's one thing. Another thing is the Bears are currently, Caleb Williams, fun fact, 1-0 at Lambeau Field. 1-0. Does he make it 2-0 on Sunday? Please, I hope so. Oh, man, I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. I'm going to be sick watching this game. It's going to be painful. Painful. Not even because I think the Bears are necessarily going to lose. I think the Bears have a good shot in this game. But just because I've watched this so many times, and when Micah Parsons sacks Caleb Williams, which he will do at some point during this game, I have no doubt about that, I will feel just a hole open up in the pit of my stomach and just feel like garbage. Garbage. But, you know what? For the sake of my Chicago Bears, I will predict a Bears victory. Not getting cocky, not getting crazy. Just because I love my Chicago Bears, I will predict a Bears victory. If the Bears win on Sunday, I feel like Bears fans are going to be just over the moon incredible, and it's going to be just chaos overall. Bears are the 1 seed right now. The Bears are going to play the Packers 2 out of the next 3 weeks. If either team sweeps those games, they probably win the North. And if they, take one from, each, then it's going to be a heck of a finish there at the end.